Mason wasn't expecting the invitation. A black envelope in his mailbox. No return address. Inside, a single card. You've been selected. Method 8. Private acting workshop. Non-disclosure mandatory. Show up or don't. Thursdays. 8 p.m. Industrial Warehouse, Bay 17. He's done community theatre, background work, a few student films, but nothing like this. He shows up. 8 of them, total. The warehouse is sparse, just a circle of chairs and a tall, unsmiling woman who introduces herself as director. No last name, no explanation. The rules are simple, she says. When you're here, you are your character. When you're not here, you are still your character. Full immersion, no exceptions. Mason draws a card from a pile. Julian. Wealthy, manipulative, charming. A lawyer with secrets. He plays along. For a few weeks, it's exhilarating. Exercises blur into improv. Every conversation is part of the show. Sometimes director gives them assignments, a lunch, a phone call, a confrontation, all in character, always in the real world. Then it starts to slip. At his day job, a co-worker calls him Julian, absent-mindedly. She laughs it off, but she doesn't seem to recognize him later. His best friend texts, "Hey, weird message from you last night. You okay?" Mason checks his call log. 2:13 a.m. He doesn't remember it. The line between Mason and Julian begins to fray. He starts catching glimpses of the other actors outside the warehouse, at cafes, on the subway, always in character, always watching. He confronts director. "I want out." She stares at him. Julian wouldn't quit. "I'm not Julian." She tilts her head. "Then why did you show up?" He skips the next session. That night, his neighbor knocks. "Just wanted to say, great work last week. You really had me convinced. You staying in character now." "I don't know what you're talking about." The neighbor smiles faintly. "Oh, come on, Julian. I saw the scene with the phone call." The door closes. Mason locks it. He goes to his mother's place, a city over. Safe. Familiar. She opens the door, frowns. "You changed your hair back." "What?" "To how it was before the trial, when you were still with Elise." He stares. "Mum, what trial?" She looks at him, uncertain. "You're not. Are you practicing right now?" Mason wakes on the floor. A warehouse. Alone. He's wearing a tailored suit. There's blood on his cuff. His phone is on the ground, screen cracked. The wallpaper shows him, smiling, confident, arm around a woman he doesn't know. Underneath, Julian and Elise. Aruba, 2022. A shadow moves near the doorway. It's director. She hands him a script. It's blank. "You're almost ready," she says. Mason stares at the blank pages. His throat is dry. "I didn't write this," he says, more to himself than to director. She doesn't respond, just turns and walks away, heels clicking against the concrete until she disappears into the dark. He flips through the script again, nothing but blank, numbered pages. Yet he feels like he knows the lines. He leaves the warehouse. The streets outside feel off. The city is too quiet. No horns, no sirens. People walk past him without looking up. Every billboard he sees is familiar, but different. Ads for products he's never heard of. A cologne called Veritas. A streaming show called The Julian Case. His face is on the poster. Back at his apartment, the key doesn't work. He knocks. A woman answers. Same layout, same furniture. But none of it is his. "Can I help you?" she asks, guarded. "I live here." "No, you don't." He leaves before she calls the cops. In a diner across town, he orders coffee, then asks the waitress, "Do you know me?" She tilts her head. Should I? He gestures to the news playing on the mounted TV. The anchor is discussing a court verdict. A man named Julian Ashcroft has just been declared not guilty in a high-profile manslaughter case. A photo appears. It's Mason. He stumbles out into the street. On a hunch, he pulls out his phone and opens maps. He types in Method 8 Acting Studio. No results. He types Elise Ashcroft. A result pops up. An obituary. Elise Monroe Ashcroft, 32, beloved wife, artist and advocate, passed away unexpectedly. The photo is the same woman from his phone wallpaper. Her death was ruled accidental. No charges were filed. He scrolls down. Julian Ashcroft gave a tearful statement outside the courthouse. He claimed to be a victim of an emotional breakdown and apologized to her family. There's video. Mason watches himself cry. He doesn't remember any of it. Later that night, he returns to the warehouse. He doesn't knock. Inside, the chairs are set up again. Director stands at the center. He walks toward her, eyes hollow. You need to tell me what this is. She nods, calm as ever. It's your final scene. The others file in. All the original actors. They take their seats. She hands him a single sheet of paper. This time there's text. Just one line. Confess. Truthfully. No cuts. A camera blinks red in the corner. The lights dim. Director gestures to the center. Begin, Julian. Mason steps forward, trembling. He opens his mouth and forgets his own name. The warehouse is silent except for the steady blink of the recording light. Mason stands in the spotlight, the single line on the script page trembling in his hands. Confess, truthfully. No cuts. He looks around. You want me to say I killed her? No one moves. Director stands at the edge of the light, arms folded. We want you to remember. Mason lowers the page. I wouldn't. I didn't even know her until this class. She steps forward, tone gentle now. That's not quite true, is it? The screen behind him flickers to life. A police interrogation room. Mason, no, Julian, sits, with blood on his shirt. He's weeping. She hit her head. I tried to wake her up. I didn't mean to push her that hard. The clip cuts. Another appears. Home video. Elise, smiling into the camera. A warm laugh. The kind you remember years after it's gone. Mason clenches his jaw. You're trying to make me believe I'm him. Gaslighting me. This is all an act. Director doesn't argue. Instead, she gestures to the others in the circle. One by one, they remove their masks. Literal ones. Plastic molds. Emotionless and pale. Underneath, they're not actors. They're therapists, legal observers, court-appointed monitors. One holds a tablet with his name, Julian Ashcroft. Beside it, Experimental Rehabilitation Protocol 8. You agreed to this, director says quietly. After the trial. To avoid prison. No, Mason whispers. You signed the release. The terms were clear. Full immersion therapy. Identity reconstruction. If you accepted the role, you had to earn the right to leave it. He backs away. This isn't. You insisted we erase the memory of the agreement to make it real. The court allowed it under observation. She holds up a mirror. Mason sees his own face. Older than he remembers. Tired. And underneath the fear, something harder. Something cold. You chose this, and now it's time to finish. He drops the script, walks to the center, and speaks. She wanted to leave. I told her she couldn't. We were arguing. She turned, I reached for her. His voice shakes. She fell. I told myself it was an accident, but I wanted to scare her. I wanted control. Silence. Then, a chime. The camera shuts off. Director nods once. Program complete. 6 months later, a man sits quietly at a park bench. Suit. Coffee. Alone. A child runs past him laughing. The man watches with a faint smile. His phone buzzes. Unknown number. He lets it go to voicemail. The name on the screen reads, Julian Ashcroft. He closes his eyes and lets it ring. Hope you enjoyed our story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the void.